Hi everyone, this is Jenny Lee with Digistitches.com and thank you for joining us today. Have you noticed we've been posting quite a few videos on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Digistitches. And those videos are showing our design stitching in the hoop on our embroidery machines. We think it's fun to share those sneak peeks with you so you can see what designs we're working on and see what designs are going to be listed next on the website. But those videos have brought in a couple questions about the plastic topper that I'm using on top of our knit shirts. And actually, it is not plastic topper, it is a water-soluble stabilizer. It feels a lot like plastic, but it removes easily with water. So what I wanted to tell you is why we're using it is because we take very close-up photos of our shirts, and those photos are posted on our website at Digistitches.com, and you're able to zoom in on the photo to see how pretty the stitches look or see what the stitches look like. And because those photos are so close up, we like our shirts to be as perfect as what we can get them. And what we found is that using water-soluble stabilizer really helps on a knit shirt. It keeps the satin stitches on top of the fabric a little better, and it also makes for a more crisp line where the satin stitch would meet the shirt. Now, about a year ago, I was not using water-soluble stabilizer. I really was only using it on towels and maybe fabric that had a nap, such as fleece or minky blankets, those types of fabrics. And another reason we stopped using it is because it was difficult to remove, and maybe not so much difficult as it is time consuming to remove. And if you didn't remove every last little bit of it and you touched your iron to a shirt that still had a remaining piece of the water soluble on it, the water soluble would burn and create a brown smudge across our shirt, and that was very difficult to remove as well. So one day we had commented on that, and Sheila Burks, who's a customer of ours and also a fan of our Facebook page, shared her tip for easy removal of water-soluble stabilizer, and we're going to share that tip with you. So let me go ahead and unhoop this design. And I want to first show you how we used to remove water-soluble stabilizer. We were just using a pencil eraser, and we would just kind of get in here and remove these little bits and pieces. But the problem with the pencil is that on the smaller parts, it's difficult to get all the water soluble out, and we were always leaving little bits and pieces in there. And then we were kind of having to turn our shirt to the side to see if there was any shininess. That the water-soluble stabilizer kind of has a shine to it, and you can kind of see it. And so we're constantly looking to the side to see if all that water-soluble stabilizer had been removed. Now, I know a lot of you use a pencil, and maybe we're just not using the right kind of pencil, I don't know, but I don't think the pencil works really all that great for us. So then a few years ago, this is a seam ripper, and a few years ago, a company put a rubber tip on the end of a seam ripper to help you when you're removing tiny little stitches. This little tool kind of helps remove those stitches. But what we found is that the little rubber tip works a little bit better than the eraser at removing some of the stitches, some of the water-soluble stabilizer. So we would just take this around like that and kind of remove it. But again, on these real small parts, it has issues with wanting to get all of it out, like maybe on the center of this letter E right here. So what Sheila Burks shared with us is that she uses a wet paper towel to help remove the water-soluble stabilizer. So I'm going to show you how we do that. Now, I don't know if this is exactly Sheila Burks' method. This is just what we've come up with. So what we do is go ahead and remove just all the water-soluble stabilizer on the outside of the design. We don't even worry about what's left on the inside. And then we're going to take a paper towel, and this is a Bounty paper towel. I know that the Bounty paper towels work well for us. I have not tried with a less expensive paper towel, you know, the ones that are more like paper. We haven't tried those, but we know that the Bounty works well for us. So what we're going to do is go ahead and put the paper towel on top of our design, and then we are going to use water. Now this bottle is just a squirt bottle filled with water, and we're going to lightly mist our design. And you want the paper towel wet, damp, but not really like super wet, because you don't want your shirt to be wet. You don't want to spend time trying to dry your shirt after this. The iron, what we're going to do next is use our iron, and the iron is going to help dry the shirt. So then we're just going to take our iron and iron on top of the paper towel. And I don't really have a set amount of time. I'd say it's probably about 15 seconds that I go ahead and iron this. And what I also like about this method is if you are using applique pieces, applique fabric, and you have a stabilizer such as Steam-A-Seam or the light Steam-A-Seam 2 attached to your applique pieces, that product really likes a lot of heat and steam. And so the damp paper towel kind of creates extra heat and extra steam that helps our applique pieces adhere even better to our garment. Okay, so once we've gone ahead and ironed this, we're going to go ahead and just gently peel back this paper towel. And I'm not sure if you can see this or not. There's like the shiny on the paper towel. You can see that all that water-soluble stabilizer is being removed. Now on this design, because it's got some intricate pieces right here, it pretty much got it all out. Actually it did. But sometimes you'll just have to repeat the process with another damp paper towel if you've got some really intricate parts of your design. So that's how we do it. We don't usually go ahead and iron again, but I just wanted to show you how easily that water-soluble stabilizer removed and that it's all gone. There's no water-soluble stabilizer that's burning on my iron and creating those brown smudges that are difficult to remove. Wasn't that easy? So I wanted to tell you that we use pre-cut sheets of water-soluble stabilizer. You can purchase these online. We usually purchase ours from All-Stitch. All-Stitch has the 7x7 size. Now, the hoop that we use today is a 9x9 hoop, and the 7x7 is just a little bit small. So what you can do is the water-soluble stabilizer also comes on a bolt. You can get the bolts from Joann Fabrics, and almost any fabric store has these bolts, and you can also buy them online. This one is made by Pellin. It's a good brand. I know Sulky has one. I believe it's called Solvy, and that works well. They're all pretty similar to each other. So there's that. And I wanted to invite you to join us on our Facebook page. Again, it's facebook.com/Digistitches. And share your tips with us, and maybe you would like to get some tips. But what we love about our Facebook page is that it's a big community of embroiderers helping each other make our jobs easier and faster. Thanks again for joining us. Bye now.